Hello, dear subscribers. Hope you all are doing great. A warm welcome to our YouTube channel. Here we upload amazing facts related to food, technology, psychology, horror, and many others. Enjoy the facts and share it with your friends and family. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Keep supporting. Wombats are primarily nocturnal and crepuscular creatures. They spend most of the daylight hours in their burrows. Life hack: keep snacks at the end of each chapter. You can increase your study motivation. Wombats construct elaborate networks of burrows called warrens with multiple tunnels and several entrances. The most visited country on the planet is France with 90 million visitors, according to figures from the UNWTO in 2018. Procyon lotor is the Latin name for the raccoon, and lotor means the washerman. If you watch raccoons eating, you will notice that they often seem to wash their food before they dine. EQ is a valuable skill, and it can even be considered to be more valuable than IQ. The 5 key elements of EQ are self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Your EQ can have an effect on your work or school performance, physical and mental health, and your relationships. Raccoons are omnivores and opportunistic eaters, which means they feed on whatever is most convenient. A study done showed that people who felt bored were more likely to die younger than those who were less bored. People with a higher IQ are more likely to be happier than people with a lower IQ. Anything recommended by a stoned person is highly recommended. People with a high EQ are open-minded, good listeners, capable of dealing with criticism, and demonstrate humility. Wombats do have tails, but they are extremely small, almost entirely covered by fur, and not usually visible. The tail is vestigial, meaning it no longer serves a purpose. Initially, IQ was measured by dividing a person's mental age by their chronological age and multiplying by 100, but it's based on a bell curve today with standard deviation. Glossophobia is one of the most common fears, estimated to affect around 75% of the population. Men avoid communicating their vulnerable thoughts or emotions cause there is a danger of men being stigmatized as too soft and unmanly. People with an IQ above 130 can be considered intellectually gifted, while those with less than 70 can be considered intellectually disabled. If gravity were to change by just the slightest amount, any athletic record would either become unbreakable or easy to beat depending on which way it went. IQ test evaluates various skills such as memory, language skills, mathematical abilities, processing speed, reasoning, and visual spatial processing. The Uberman sleep schedule is a type of polyphasic sleep that involves taking 20-minute naps 6 times a day every 4 hours. Memories ruin really good songs. Reactance in psychology states that people are motivationally aroused by a threat to their behavioral freedom. The saying, "Don't bite the hand that feeds you," is the most paradoxical statement to mosquitoes. Earth Day was chosen to be April 22nd in 1970 to attract college students, as this is the time after spring break and before final exams. Most things grow bigger as they age, but rocks get smaller as they age. Small smooth pebbles are the old people of rocks. In the UK, the most popular university courses are nursing, psychology, and law. The biggest letdown of growing up is realizing how immature and childish so many adults are. Although mostly considered a fruit, watermelons are still the official vegetable of Oklahoma. Having a phone charger that only works at a certain angle is more frustrating than just having a broken charger. People who are underweight are at a greater health risk than those who are overweight or even obese. With all due respect is the polite version of listen here you little shit. The youngest child tend to be funnier than the other siblings. Normally the floor is what stops gravity from killing us, but if we get too far from it, gravity uses the floor to kill us. Dogs are the most popular pet in the US, followed by cats and then freshwater fishes. Your birth certificate is your first participation reward. The middle child syndrome is the belief that the middle child is often excluded, ignored, or even neglected. These plants can fly a plane. In desert of Abu Dhabi, a plant is capable to fly a plane. So Etihad Airways is working on a cleaner fuel through plants. Planes need a lot of fuel and 100% fuel comes from oil which is not sustainable. First, they grow plants in desert, collect its tiny seeds, then crush it into vegetable oil. This vegetable oil works exactly like normal fuel and can reduce carbon emissions by 80%. The world is leading towards development of fuels from sugar, corn, trash plants, etc. So that eventually we can fly into skies without harming our environment. Thanks for watching.